safe thing to do is track a new course back up on land.
Then what we gonna do? Sit out there like a bunch of goddamn ducks? You and your half-breed son get to walk on out? I'm talking to you.
It's time for Movie Month. It is my third annual Movie Month, in which I will be watching 30 movies in 30 days, and I'll either hate them or give them praise. Oh my God. I'm literally just watching the ending credits of The Revenant right now. What a movie. It was long. It was long. It was very long. We're talking 2 hours, over about 2.5 hours if you don't include the credits. A little less than 2.5 hours maybe. But man, what a performance by Leonardo DiCaprio. One day I'd like to see him just do like a lighthearted rom-com. But I don't see that happening anytime soon. The guy seems to just pick and make awesome movies. And obviously I saw over the last couple hours what earned him the Oscar. The movie was gorgeous. Like, gorgeous to look at. And Leonardo DiCaprio was awesome. And Tom Hardy was awesome. It did sort of give me that little, like, I don't want to sound ridiculous, but Pee-wee's Big Adventure thing of, here he is, and here's the next thing, and here's the next thing, and oh, he got out of this thing, but here's this thing. At one point, there's an avalanche off in the distance, and I thought, oh my God, he has to deal with this now. No, it just happened. But I mean, he goes from, being with this troop of, I guess, pelters, I'm guessing that's what they would be, a group of them, with his son, who is a Native American, and he gets attacked by a bear. I mean, that was the big thing that people talked about, the bear attack, and that was brutal, and just kind of awesome how they did it. I'd like to look up like a behind the scenes to see how they did it. Brutal. And the troop is like, well, maybe we should leave him. They tried to fix him up the best they could and take him as far as they could. But it got to the point where they couldn't travel with him anymore. So they left a few guys behind, one of them being Tom Hardy, figuring he can get some extra money. And Tom Hardy just says, screw this, he's going to be dead soon. Let's leave him. He ends up killing Leo's son and tricking the other guy that saying that he's dead and there's Indians, Native Americans coming. Reeds, I think, Reeds they call him, I forget. But basically, they leave him for dead. The young guy didn't know, and the rest of the story is the main troop getting back to the camp. Tom Hardy and this young guy getting back to the camp, and Leonardo, Hugh Glass, I believe is his name, surviving, figuring out how to survive, figuring out how to live, realizing his son has died, kind of the excruciating, slow rebirth of him as a man, and hell-bent on revenge. And I'm going to have to look up what the word revenant means. I don't know. But this was kind of a very long revenge film. That the plot was, that's it. I mean, it's not very intricate at all. It wasn't a plot. I mean, it is a plot-driven movie, but it wasn't a plot-heavy movie. It was just here's the plot. Here it is. It's going to take a while to get there. In the meantime, here's some amazing acting. Here's some amazing scenery. Here's some just amazing set pieces, and some crazy things that Leo has to go through. At one point, he gets into a truck with a woman, and she tells a story about Large Marge, and oh, that's not even right at all. She is Large Marge. That's what it was. Ugh, God, how embarrassing. No, but at one point he's on a horseback and he ends up flying the horse over a cliff, and the horse dies. He survives, of course, because this guy is friggin' indestructible. And so he guts the horse and sleeps inside it for a night. I talked about the bear attack. He also got attacked by some people. There was just like he had to swim through water. It was freezing cold. Um, he I mean, geez, I don't know what else. I mean, just a bunch going on there. The opening battle, kind of the Native Americans against these guys, was awesome. It I don't think it was all one shot in reality, but it seemed like the theme was to make us feel like it was that one long shot. It was a lot of long shots at the very least. I mean, where you just see the camera turn to the left, something's happening, turn to the right, something's happening, look up, something's happening. The coordination and the like the chore, choreography for that is it's got to be perfect because it's like people are acting who aren't even on camera. There's acting going on because when the camera needs to move over, it's like boom, this is already happening, and boom, this is happening, and that's happening. It's not like action, wait for the camera to be seen or stand there. It's like you're doing stuff and the camera is just watching it. The camera felt like it was in the battle. Yeah, it was pretty brutal. It was pretty awesome. Um, I see why the director got best director, and I see why it won all the awards. It won best picture, right? And Leo obviously got best actor. Um, yeah, I mean, what else to say? A long movie, but one of these movies where there's a lot of best picture movies I haven't seen, and to be honest, there's only 2 days left here, and I was at Hannaford's this morning in Guilford, New Hampshire. Stopped at the old Red Box machine and said, "Let me get two good movies, cause for cheap here, because I don't want to rent movies online for $4." And I found The Revenant, and I found tomorrow's movie, and I was like, okay, pretty set. Maybe I should have used this one tomorrow because it's the best picture. I don't care. Maybe that'll be a thing going forward in the future. Day 30 will always be the best picture. Obviously, that didn't happen to now because it's day 29. It was best picture, right? Yeah, it had to be. But tomorrow, I'm pretty psyched about tomorrow's movie too. Another long one, but you got to go out with a bang. Can't go out with a whimper. I'm not. I was gonna watch some movie on Netflix, and I thought, you know what, this cannot be the last 2 days. I have to do something, a little more a little more relevant. Oh my God, relevant. A little more relevant and new and current. Um, and I'm psyched that I watched this. It's one of these things where I don't know if I was ever going to watch it. I'm glad I did. I was thoroughly entertained, and just the brutality of even the fight at the end between Tom Hardy and Leo. Um, awesome. Tom Hardy is awesome, and just the friggin' chopping off fingers and stabbing, and it just felt like, oh, he's actually chopping off Tom Hardy's fingers and stabbing him. It was very well done. But Leo gets stabbed in the hand. I thought he'll be fine. So many things have happened. You could see bones sticking out, muscle tears. He had to cauterize his own throat. It was pretty rad. Um, but yeah, just a big dramatic movie, and a lot more scenery and action than plot and commentary. But hey, there was an actor in there, and I can't remember his name, and I said, he looks familiar. I think he's the guy in Star Wars. And not only is he General Hux in the new Star Wars movies, the dude was also Bill Weasley in the Deathly Hallows movies. Harry Potter people. Try to keep up. Um, I'm kind of in a major Harry Potter kick right now. Check out fansnotexperts.com soon for more information on that. And speaking of Fans Not Experts, that's where this post is. That's where 28 other posts are. And that's where tomorrow post is for FNE Movie Month. Fans Not Experts Movie Month. It's the 3rd annual, and it's coming to a close tomorrow. I can't believe it. 30 days, 30 movies, 30 podcasts. This is 29, and I'm really excited to see The Revenant. You can find me on Twitter at Geek Mentality. You can find the website on Twitter at Fans Not Experts. If you're on Twitter, search hashtag FNE Movie Month. That hashtag also works on Facebook, and the website is on Facebook at facebook.com/Fans Not Experts. And of course, everything is on the website, fansnotexperts.com. Every episode of Geek Mentality, every episode of Movie Month, which is part of Geek Mentality, plus you can check out our podcast on Boy Meets World, done by a 31-year-old man. Yes, Man Meets World. Episode 5 just went up the other day. He's going through every episode of Boy Meets World ever. And the dude's a grown man with a wife and a job. And he still does this. It's amazing. And when he's not doing that, every so often we actually have a wrestling podcast. Not as regular as you think it would be. A lot of wrestling podcasts go up once a week. We tend to do once a month, and we barely do that with each other. It's pretty depressing, but if you like wrestling at all, I beg you to check it out. It's called WrestleFania. I named it because, I named it. I was sitting at North Station. The name popped in my head, and the rest was history. That was the first podcast for the website. But now we have these 3, including Geek Mentality. So check us out there, and really there's not much else to say. This movie was just gorgeous. Leo was awesome, and I understand all the awards it got. I'm glad I saw it. I'm done. My father-in-law came home today. He had shoulder surgery, so he's back home. And earlier today, there was a squirrel in the backyard. He wanted to get the BB gun out to get the squirrel off of the planter. He was in a sling. He let his dog out, so we're out chasing the dog. It felt very much like I was in some kind of Beverly Hillbillies scenario, or the Benny Hill music playing. I was talking to my brother about it, so that was pretty exciting. But he's good. He's healing up. We're here for a few more days. I've been up in New Hampshire for a long time. I was thinking about going to the movie theater to go see something in the theater. But nothing there is totally grabbing me. And I did not want to... I couldn't finish day 30 with Independence Day 2. Maybe we'll see that next year. But I think tomorrow's movie is going to be pretty awesome. And I'm excited to watch it. But until then, stop listening to this, because I'm done. Here is my music. Wait. I was wrong. Spotlight won Best Picture. I didn't want to see that. Anyway, play my music. This is my podcast, I made it. Geek Mentality's what I named it. And I think you should listen and subscribe, 'cause I'm kinda funny and awesome. I think that I'm worth your time, and I'm kinda handsome. My mom says, please listen and please subscribe. At least listen to this episode.
Fans Not Experts.